Baseball is back under a star-studded evening at Stuart W. Fine Field, and everything is set for another enthralling chapter between the best the Sunset League has to offer. Newport Harbor continuing to roll along near the top with opportunistic hitting and a steady hand with arms in the pen. But the dugout staring just across from them will tell you otherwise. 1 year ago, made the most of sinking the Sailors' ship. The Griffins of Los Alamitos attempting to withstand the tide and perch themselves as the threat in the Golden State. With league play continuing to take shape, every game starts to carry a little bit more weight with every inning, and today is no exception. Two rivals of the West in another standoff at the coast. Good evening and welcome to TarTV Sports. I'm Justin Lee, joined alongside James Lee on this fantastic Friday evening. And despite the outcome of the last two games this week, this feels like a game where both sides have something to prove in their own respective ways, James. Well, here we go. Top of the first inning coming up here on TarTV Sports as the Tars take the field here on a beautiful Friday. It's been hot the last couple of weeks, but this feels like the perfect temperature and the right time to have a great baseball game, and we're going to get a great one indeed. Like we talked about, Ryan Williams, the other captain, one of three on this team. He's going to be taking the mound here for the Sailors. A year ago, 304 batting average this season, a 410 so far. This one's rolled over high above the head of Beanham. Can Horsley beat it out? The little hopper, is he safe? Yes, the throw to home plate, but they get the runner. He's safe around the tag. Man scores the first run for Newport. It does not get any easier when you look at the schedule. This one's rolled on the floor off the glove of the third baseman, Shelley. Gillis will be safe at first base. Gonna really relish on trying to fix that mistake he did in the first AB, but this one gets past the shortstop in Turner. Turning around first base, Demouche is a leadoff single to start things off. But nonetheless, this one the other way, gloved up by the first base. He's going to go to home. The perfect throw off the grounder. Great scoop from Adams to get the second out. One goes back to the dugout. The captain for this team, you know, you talked about that ball that popped out of his gloves. He can get one back here if he can score Rowan Shelley from third base with one swing. This one the other way, and he is going to do it indeed. Los Alamitos gets the first run of the game thanks to Will Adams. Now they're behind by one run.
Make a lefty-on-lefty situation here in a close matchup is exactly what he's talking about.
By the glove of the first baseman, Garfias into the coffin corner of the outfield. Nobody will score, but now Guy is 90 feet away from scoring thanks to the single by Henry Mann.
Could score 2 runs.
And trying to keep this a 1-1 game. Breaking hangs up, and that is into shallow left center. It's going to score another run for Newport Harbor. An RBI single for Grant Horsley.
Who's into that 7th inning.
Drilled to right field, close to that line, and it's gone! Jackson Gomes knocks one over that pesky pole in right field, and now behind once again by a single run. And coming into this series, a .235 batting average with only 4 hits and 17 at-bats. And the biggest hit of them all comes into this game so far. Drilled through the gap, and that one gets through. So back-to-back hits for Los Alamitos, and they're operating with no outs here in the top of the 6th.
Grant's signaling out for a high fastball.
This one's rolled on the floor, scoop by Demouche, throw to first, and Williams was not ready for it. It gets away, and the game is tied 3-3. Demouche made a great play through to first, but Williams was not there in time and slips on the first base bag, and the game is tied up.
To not get out here.
Ziegler sets up. 3-2 on the way. Breaking pitch, walk, strike 3. They get out of the jam with runners at second and third, and we're still tied 3-3 going to the 7th. Alamitos in a situation where they forced 3-3 tie so far. First pitch laid up. This one will fall in for a leadoff single for Parker Sanchez in the top of the 7th. But if Newport can flip things around, it'll be Gavin Guy, Henry Mann, and then Grant Horsley at the 3, 4, 5 spots. A big chunk of the lineup there, dangerous. Called strike 3 off the outside corner. Down goes Gomes, and they leave the runner stranded at second. And it'll be a walk-off scenario coming up for Newport Harbor in the bottom of the 7th here on TarTV Sports. Against Edison, game 3, they managed to walk it off 2-1 in 8 innings. So, I mean, either way, it's been a close game in these 3-game series, but you feel like these are the types of games that Newport needs to hit. Deep drive to left field. Gavin Guy at the wall. It'll take it off. Just barely missing a walk-off home run, but Gavin Guy, a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 7th.
You're going to force the infield in, and you're going to force the outfield to have to big range.
Deep drive to right field, deep at the wall. It's gone! Henry Mann, He-Man, walks it off for the Sailors. 5-3. Los Alamitos, no quib, but the Sailors had other words to say, and Henry Mann comes away with the big drive to walk things off.
What a game that was.
The Sailors sweep Los Alamitos in game 3 of this one. Back-to-back game 3s, they've had a win in Sunset League play as they advance to 15-2 on the season. What a big hit and what a swing from Henry Mann. That's not just a high school home run, that's a major league home run. Bottom of the order here for Los Alamitos to start off in the top of the 3rd, behind by a run thanks to Henry Mann's score. First pitch in there for a strike to Caden Turner, who's at shortstop today for Los Alamitos. Here's the next pitch. Same spot, this time way more inside, but 0-2 count. It's watched by Turner. Both sides at the bottom half, or at the bottom of their lineups in the 3rd inning, but the difference just a single run forced by a ground ball. Here's a grounder over to first base. Got him right before a step could be applying onto that bag by Caden Turner. That's the first down.
A solid 2 plays from Mann there. That one, regular ground ball, but a hard throw down to first for that out. And that shows you his arm strength there.
Here's the first pitch back to the top of the order. Derrica showing bunt as he fouls off that pitch. Behind with an 0-1 count. And I think the one thing that doesn't get a lot of attention in the stat sheet, because it really isn't applied on Max Preps, but the fielding percentage of this Newport team, maybe one of the best defenses we will see in California. And that's really what's kept them in games. Line driver, sliding grab by Whitaker in left field.
And you were talking about that defense. What a read from Whitaker there, sliding, getting just low enough to get that hard line drive. Bailed out Williams a little bit right there.
It's really been Mann getting a lot of those plays on those grounders, and this time it's Whitaker with a sliding grab. And not that long ago, we saw a lot of those really nice plays defensively from the Sailors team. Another grounder. Here comes the defense again. Got him. 1-2-3 inning for Newport Harbor thanks to a strong defense. Still remains 1-0 for the Sailors as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd. Oren Davis will lead us off here on the bottom half of the 3rd inning here. 1-0 for Newport Harbor. Justin Lee, James Lee to my left. And I know a lot of people are thinking, you know, there's a lot of allegations out there about maybe the relation between you and I. And the fact of the matter is that we are related, James. We are brothers through and through.
Yeah, 100%. This is not an April Fool's joke.
No,
Gosh,
it
we are
is.
never beating those allegations.
No,
huh?
we are not. We are not. We are not related whatsoever, and nor we are related to Josh Lee. It's all just a crazy coincidence that has happened over the course of me knowing James Lee in that regards, where it's happened a lot. But I do have two brothers. James, you have a brother. It's kind of hard when Lee is a pretty common name. Thank you once again from the bottom of our hearts for this fantastic matchup between Newport Harbor Sailors and the Los Alamitos Griffin. For everyone here at TarTV Sports and our great crew behind the scenes, as we say to our friends and family at home watching, we say thanks for being with us tonight. Good night from Newport Beach, California.